Hello Moment friends, Andang here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were getting ready to go and talk to this guy in Brockbridge, and well, now we are doing just that, this guy's son.
A Dunlending raiding party has crossed the mountains.
My father sent you to me. I am pleased he did so, but I must confess that your abilities might be more needed elsewhere. My men report that something terrible has happened at the ford of the Eisen, and no one seems to be able to give a clear account. Men are scattered all over the Westfold, and rumors of battle abound. Stay not at Brockbridge. Someone must learn what has befallen in the Westfold. Some say that the king himself is embroiled in the fighting, and may have ridden to Helm's Deep. A raiding party of Dunlendings has crossed the mountains, and they strike from cover of darkness. The delight in killing the innocent is unrivaled. Their mark is a winged talon, and the fear of them has spread like fire in the bush. I might stand against them, but I have been unable yet to find them. They strike, and then they disappear, as if they wield some skill born of magic. Before you leave, go to the mead hall and speak with the Thane, Leofirth. He is very weak, and the strain of rule has taken a very heavy toll on his strength. It is a courteous thing to do. My father Herbrand believes I rule in Brockbridge, and perhaps it seems so in action, but I would not presume to tread upon the authority of the Thane. Okay, let's go and talk to the Thane. Oh yeah, this meat hall.
You come from Edoras. What news?
Leofirth is very weak, and cannot speak above a whisper.
You come from Edoras. What news?
You tell the Thane that the king has ridden to Isengard to wage war against Saruman's forces, and Leofirth's face slowly forms a rictus grin.
Good. That is the strength I remember. My son Hammer surely rides with the king. He's most loyal.
Leofirth's voice fades into nothing, and the eyes seem far away. You nearly turn away when his eyes close, but then he speaks once more.
Help the king. The Riddermark must not fall. The Erlingers will.
You respectfully wait for more, but the Thane is lost in his own thoughts, and no longer sees you. This game is so awesome. Horn, Nona, and the elf. Alright.
You spoke of the Falcon clan to me not long after we first met.
I cannot deny their crimes, nor their evil, but I wish there was some other who could find them. Nona believes none other could track them, but surely their leader will make some error or some mistake that will lead to his downfall. No. You speak wisdom. If even one innocent life could be spared, it would be folly not to act. Nona believes she can find the Falcon clan raiding party, and I think she is right. But I will not leave her again. This is a journey we will make together. I hope you understand, Staftang. I will see you again, in time, but I cannot abandon Nona to this battle.
I know the mark of the winged talon. That is the sign of the Falcon clan.
They became enemies of my people when they accepted the coin of Saruman. They are enemies of yours as well, and of Horn's people. Herafa says he has not been able to track the raiding party. That is because he is the son of a horse lord, and does not know the ways of the wild. He is at home in the open fields, but the people of the Falcon are familiar with the high crag and the paths of the mountains. Lou Brennan can lead the people wherever he will, and Thrafa will never find him. But I will. I can move silently and swiftly, and I can find tracks no horse lord could recognize. We must part again, Staftang, for a time. I will see you again when the Falcon Clan raiders have been defeated, but I cannot allow them to roam free unopposed. I must do what I can, and what I am still able, what no others can do.
Horn wishes to go with Nona on her search for the Falcon Clan.
And I cannot blame him. He believed he could set his love aside while they were apart. But it seems to my eyes, and they are elven in nature, which means they can see everything, that proved incorrect. Rather than send his heart away with her, he would rather walk beside her on her own journey until its conclusion. Of all the strange things that have been done for love, this is perhaps the least peculiar. A desire to be not apart. He charged me with one task in his absence. He wanted me to look after you, Staftang. As we continue southward into the Westfold, in search of the king, I am to ensure you do not endanger yourself unnecessarily. I told him I would do my best. Our farewells have been said. When you are prepared to go, let us make for Helm's Deep in the Westfold. Horn says that is where the king would ride if his march to war ran afoul of danger unexpected. Alright, it's time to ride to Helm's Deep. We are going the wrong way already. That's embarrassing. And where are you doing this? Man, we must be the worst people to travel with. Alright. Here we go. Open plain. No more problems.
You are here to help us?
I know what help you can give, but I will turn none away.
Oh, I know not what help you can give.
But I will turn none away. Things have gone ill for us,
To put it bluntly. Yeah, no
I
kidding,
welcome
buddy.
all able folk, but I count your aid double.
The armies of Saruman assaulted the men at the fords of the Eisen, and the survivors of the rout were scattered across the Westfold. None seems to know where Eckenbrand might be found. He's the lord of the Hornburg during the time of peace, and would make his way here if he could. The Odin King turned aside from his course and made for the deep when the size of Saruman's forces became clear. His army is already on the march, and will soon be here. I welcome all able folk willing to offer assistance, but I know your reputation, and count your aid double, even though I said earlier that I didn't know really who you are or how much help you could aid. Friends of yours already lend what help they can. You will find them in the dike, throughout the deep, and at the Hornburg.
Alright, Gimli. Let's talk to Gimli real quick, and then I think we'll save everybody
Hail,
else for later.
friend. I knew that you would not miss this chance.
This dwarf has had enough of running, and riding, and talking. Now is the time for fighting, and quite a battle is shaping up to be too. The walls of the fortress seem very sturdy, and the men say that the deep has never been taken by an enemy. Aye, and may not be taken this time either. But I tell you true, that I will be a mite disappointed if my axe sees little use. There are orcs next to you, and I am just the dwarf to do it. I expect you will find Legolas atop the fortress wall. He would prefer a nice long view of approaching orcs, whereas I want to see their ugly faces up close. Okay. Well, here we are at Helm's Deep. One of my this was my favorite structure before we went to Gondor. And it's just because of how practical they made it. They did such an accurate depiction to the books, and also had like farm stuff inside. I wish they would have had more farms inside. But you know, fortresses were built to outstand months and months and months, and so that meant they had to have food supplies and all the stuff to have like farms and stuff. And so a lot of times castles would actually be somewhat kind of cities just for defensive populations at key strategic areas. And a lot of people don't realize that sometimes. But anyway, that's enough about tactics and stuff. Sees you and Harley calls a greeting. That's great. Alright, well, I think this is the end of the episode. Thank you everyone so much for watching another episode of The Epic Story. When we return, we will make our way throughout Helm's Deep, reuniting and feeling so good. But that will not be until next time. Thank you everyone so much, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of The Epic Story.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.